What's going on, everyone? Today, I'm counting down my top 10 favorite versions of my favorite slasher characters. This isn't a ranking of the franchises themselves, it's a ranking of specific versions of each killer. Some versions completely redefine a character, while others are just the ones I enjoy watching the most. These picks are based on design, personality, kills, intimidation, and just how entertaining they are every time they're on screen. With that said, let's get started. Starting of the list is Pennywise from It Chapter 2. Even though I actually think the first movie uses Pennywise a little better, I still really enjoy his appearance in the second film. He's just as creepy, just as manipulative, and you can tell he's having fun terrifying the Losers Club. Bill Skarsgård gives another fantastic performance. His facial expressions, strange movements, and creepy voice make Pennywise feel completely inhuman. I also like that this movie expands Pennywise's mythology and shows more of what he really is, instead of just being a scary clown. He's revealed to be something much bigger and much more dangerous. The final form is definitely one of the most memorable visuals in the movie. Even if it isn't everyone's favorite, Pennywise is a horror icon for a reason, and this version earns the number 10 spot. At number 9 is Chucky from Child's Play 2. This is the version of Chucky that many fans think is the best, and it's easy to understand why. He's funny without becoming too goofy, he's violent, he's creative, and he never stops talking. Brad Dourif's voice performance is legendary. He gives Chucky so much personality that you almost forget you're watching a doll. The factory setting during the finale is also one of the best locations in the entire franchise. Watching Chucky slowly get destroyed piece by piece while still refusing to quit makes him incredibly memorable. This is classic Chucky at his absolute best. Coming in at number 8 is Freddy Fazbear from the FNAF movie. As someone who enjoys horror games, seeing Freddy finally get a live-action movie was really exciting. I think they absolutely nailed his design. He looks almost exactly like the games while still feeling realistic. Every time Freddy appears on screen, he has an incredible presence. He's not constantly attacking people. Instead, the movie builds anticipation before he finally strikes. The animatronics in general look amazing, but Freddy still stands out as the leader of the group. Even though he's quieter than most slashers on this list, his size alone makes him intimidating. Number 7 goes to Art the Clown. Art is unlike almost every other slasher. He never talks. Instead, he communicates through facial expressions, body language, and exaggerated reactions. That's what makes him so entertaining. He's terrifying one second, then somehow hilarious the next. The actor gives Art so much personality without saying a single word. Terrifier 3 also shows how unstoppable Art has become. He's brutal, he's unpredictable, and you genuinely never know what he's going to do next. He's quickly become one of modern horror's biggest icons. At number 6 is Roy Burns. I know Roy is one of the most divisive characters in the Friday the 13th franchise. A lot of fans don't like the fact that he isn't Jason, but honestly, I've always enjoyed Roy. The twist is interesting because it gives the movie something different. Instead of a supernatural killer, Roy is just a man completely consumed by grief and revenge. His blue-striped mask looks fantastic. His kills are brutal, and because he's human, every fight feels grounded, even though he'll never replace Jason. I think Roy deserves a lot more appreciation than he usually gets. Breaking into the top 5 is Leatherface from the 2022 movie. This version is absolutely ruthless. He's older, but somehow feels even more dangerous. His chainsaw attacks are incredibly aggressive. He's fast, he's powerful, and once he starts chasing someone, he almost never stops. The Bus Massacre alone became one of the most talked about scenes in the franchise. His appearance is also one of my favorite Leatherface designs. Dirty, weathered, and intimidating. This version proves that Leatherface can still be terrifying decades after his first movie. Coming in at number 4 is Freddy Krueger from Freddy vs. Jason. This is probably Freddy at his most entertaining. He's constantly making jokes. He's manipulating everyone around him. And he's having the time of his life causing chaos. Robert Englund once again delivers an incredible performance. But what really makes this version special is watching Freddy finally go up against Jason. The dream sequences are creative. The dialogue is memorable, and the final battle between Freddy and Jason is one of horror's biggest crossover events. Freddy steals almost every scene he appears. My bronze medal goes to SDU Marker. SDU is absolutely insane. Unlike many Ghostface killers who try to stay calm and collected, SDU slowly loses control as the movie goes on. Matthew Lillard gives one of the most energetic performances in horror history. He's funny, chaotic, loud, and completely unpredictable. Once the mask comes off, he somehow becomes even crazier. That's one of the reasons the original Ghostface reveal is still considered one of the best twists in horror. SDU is simply unforgettable. Taking second place is Michael Myers from Halloween Kills. This version of Michael is absolutely unstoppable. He's stronger than almost every previous version. He's relentless. He's incredibly durable, and his body count is massive. One thing I love is how brutal every attack feels. Michael isn't rushing. He walks toward his victims with complete confidence, because he knows almost nobody can stop him. His firefighter scene immediately establishes just how dangerous he is. His design is also incredible. The burned mask gives him an even more intimidating appearance while still looking unmistakably like Michael Myers. This is easily my favorite version of Michael. And finally, my favorite slasher version of all time, Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th Part 3. If you've watched my videos before, this probably isn't a surprise. This is the version of Jason I immediately think of whenever someone says his name. This movie gave Jason his iconic hockey mask, changing horror history forever. Richard Brooker's performance is phenomenal. His body language makes Jason feel like a real hunter. He walks with purpose. He reacts to pain. He stalks his victims instead of simply charging at them. That's what makes him feel so human while still being terrifying. His design is my favorite Jason design ever. The green work clothes, the fresh hockey mask, the intimidating posture. Everything comes together perfectly. Then there are the kills. The harpoon kill, Rick's head crush, Andy's unforgettable split in half kill. Each kill stands out for a different reason. I also love the Higgins Haven setting. It feels isolated. The barn creates one of the best final locations in the series, and the final battle with Chris Higgins is one of my favorite horror finales ever. Jason gets injured. He adapts. He survives being hanged. He keeps coming. Then he survives an axe to the head before finally collapsing. It's an unforgettable ending. Without Part 3, Jason probably wouldn't have become the horror icon we know today. This movie gave him the hockey mask. It gave him his most recognizable look. It gave him one of the best performances in the franchise. And for me, it represents everything I love about Friday the 13th. That's why Jason from Friday the 13th Part 3 will always be my #1 favorite slasher version of all time. So that's my ranking of my top 10 favorite slasher versions. Do you agree with my list? Or would your ranking be completely different? Let me know what your favorite versions of these horror icons are. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.